Thank you so much guys for 2000 subscribers. That really means a lot. In today's video, I want to show you a detailed tutorial on how to use Shotcut in 2026. Let's go straight to it. The first step is to understand Shotcut's interface and how to set up your project. So the moment you open Shotcut, this is what you will come across. So when you come across this, just go next to the project, then you write the name of your project. I'll just write IQ Shotcut. Then from here, you go straight to click Start. So it will automatically guess what you will be working on in terms of frame rate and resolution. So when you open Shotcut, this is what you will see. You can tell Shotcut is divided into three important components. We have a playlist. A playlist is where you add all your footage. I'm talking about the video, the image, the audio, and other video assets. Then we have a preview window. This is where you view anything which is on the timeline or a clip or an image which is selected on the playlist. Then we have the timeline. The timeline is the mastermind. It is where you arrange your audio, your clips, your videos, and images. This is where you arrange everything. So step number 2, we need to understand how do we import footage in Shotcut. So you go straight to that open file, select that open file, then you go straight to the folder that you want to go to. So I'll just select those 2 images, then I'll just click open. Then boom, my images will just appear straight on the playlist. Then one selected image, of which is the first one, will appear straight there. This is how you import. You can also import the clips, the images, whatever footage you prefer by dragging it. Go straight to the folder, then you drag it and go straight to the Shotcut, but I won't be showing you that. Let's go to the next step. The next step is to understand the Shotcut timeline navigation. This is very important because here I'm talking about zooming in, zooming out, and rotation. But firstly, how do we even add a clip straight to the timeline? So I'll just select the clip that I want to add. Just select it. This is the clip that I want to add. Then I just drag the clip. Then I go straight to the timeline. Then I just leave it there. So the moment you leave it there, you'll see 3 tracks are generated. I have A1, which means audio track number 1, V1, that is where like my video, my image went, video track number 1. Then we have video track number 2, which is created automatically. So from there, now we can just add our second footage. Just select it just to make sure I want to drag this, drag it, then you put it straight on video track number 2. Then video track number 3 will be automatically generated. You can turn this on and off on your settings, but I won't show you right now because this is how I want it to work. From here, now I need to understand how do I zoom in to the timeline. So go straight here. So you can see this arrow, you can see this and this. This is where you zoom in the timeline and you zoom out in the timeline. Go just in between it. Then you move your scroll. You can see now it's zooming in. Then when you decrease, it zoom out. You can also just click here to zoom it out. You can also click here to zoom in if you don't have a mouse. Then if you go straight to this box, it will zoom the timeline to fit the entire this section. So if I click here, boom, I just zoomed in it super close. So this is one of the few things you need to understand about the timeline navigation. Let's go straight to the next step. The next step generally deals with trimming and cutting the clips in Shotcut Video Editor. So this is what we have, right? Then if I come to select straight here, then you can see my play header is straight here. I select the video that I want to cut. This is the video. Then I click S. S means split. I click S, which generally means split. So it decided to split my video into 2, the one forward and another one backward. Make sure you select the clip that you want to split. If I want to split the clip below, I select the clip below, I go straight where I want to use to split. Then I click S. It will only split the clip into two. The one that I selected, the one above, it will remain untouched. So I'll just click undo on that. Then I'll just click undo just to undo what I did there. Then from here I just select the clip in front. So after selecting this clip, I click delete. So when I click delete, the clip will automatically goes away to the bin. So now sometimes we don't want to just to select. That is a very long process. Select the clip, then I click delete is a very long process. What if I just want to trim and delete automatically? How do I go with that? So I'll just go straight to here. So just go straight where you want it to be. So you can see I haven't selected any clips, so which means the moment I click S, it will automatically guess. I will just delete everything automatically. So I'll just select to the top image. This is where I want to deal with. So I want anything on the right hand side of my playhead to be splitted. Then after trimming it, I want it to be deleted automatically. So just select there, then you click O. Then everything which is here, then on that side of the playhead, the right side of the playhead, will be automatically deleted. We can also do the same thing in the left side. So this is where I want it. So I want to delete this entire section. So how do I do it? I just place my playheader there, then I click I, then it will delete, it will trim and delete everything forward of my play header. I hope this really makes sense. It's not that hard. I hope it does make sense. So we go to the next step. Our next step, we are focusing on shortcut transactions. This is very important because this is one of the few things that a lot of people want to see on shortcuts. So I'll just zoom this out. I'll just drag this, then I put it straight on my video track number 1. So by a manual shortcut, the moment you cut something, it will give it a hard cut always. And you can see I just go from here to there. There's no smooth transaction. So how do I go about transaction? So I just select this clip, I just move it backwards. Then after moving backwards, you can see there's that thing which is just been selected, which is created. So I can increase its duration by selecting this. By going backwards, you can see the duration is increased by select this. If I select the in between X, then you go straight to properties. Now you will see you have a lot of transactions. So if you come here, it will just like fade just like that. You will see. Then if I go straight here, you can see the preview. Now it changes. You can see there it changes depending on what you want. Then you just double click it, then automatically it will update straight to your timeline. This is how you add transactions straight on Shotcut video editor. How do we zoom in? How do we zoom out? And how do we rotate? So I'll just click delete there. Then I'll just go select this, go straight to put it right here. So this is what I have, but I don't want my card to be that big. I want my card to be a little bit smaller than that. Then how do I go about that? So you just go make sure you go straight to filters. Filters is more like the general term used on Shotcut. In other places they will call it effects, but here on Shotcut we call them filters. Then after clicking filters, you go straight to that plus sign. Then from here you go straight to search. Then I want to affect the size. I want to affect the zoom. You can write zoom, you can write the size. After that you go straight to size, position and rotate. You select that because that's exactly what I want to affect. I want to affect the size. So after selecting it, this panel will appear. So you go straight next to zoom. You can see this small blue thing. It tells me like now I'm currently on 100%. So I can just select the 10, then I click 5, then it will be on 50%. So you can see like the card now has decreased to 50%. That's not the only thing that I can do. So from here, there's one more thing I can do. Go straight straight here on this straight one arrow, which is from this point there. When I select it to the left, you can see now I'm tilting it a little bit to the left. If you go down, you can see rotate. So if I take it from here, then I put it that side, you can see it also moves around here. So if I click here, it will go straight to its normal size. Click here, it rotates to the right hand side. Click there, it rotates to the left hand side. So this is generally how you rotate your image, and how you zoom it in and zoom it out. So you can also come here and just click there. You can see it's getting big. You can make it short. This is how you do it. But there's also another way you can handle the zoom in and zoom out. So if you notice, we have that small square surrounding it. So if I click here, then I drag it, see I'm also zooming it in, then I'm also like making it a bit shorter. So this is how you do the zoom in and the zoom out, the rotate straight in Shotcut video editor. I hope this video, guys, generally give you like the basic understanding of Shotcut. This is just like the part 1 of the video. If you want part 2, please do leave the comment telling me you can drop part 2. I'm ready for part 2. Thank you so much, guys, for 2,000 subscribers. I hope to see you on the next one. Hope you don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't share the video.